Hey, welcome back to the series that we've been doing on Evermore. I've been going track by track to see if I can find a deeper meaning within each of the songs. Today we're on the second to last track, which is titled Closure, so let's just get started. I genuinely go into these songs with like zero expectations, but somehow this is already not what I expected, at least production wise. Okay, so like a piano is more what I would have expected with like a song titled Closure.
It's been a long time, and seeing the shape of your name still spells out pain. It wasn't right, the way it all went down. Looks like you know that now. Yes, I got your letter, yes, I'm doing better. It cut deep to know you're right to the bone. Yes, I got your letter, yes, I'm doing better. I know that it's over, I don't need your closure.
Okay, so it's actually kind of not the direction I expected it to go with the lyrics either. So let's read those first verse and chorus. So it says, "It's been a long time, and seeing the shape of your name still spells out pain. It wasn't right the way it all went down, and it looks like you know that now. Yes, I got your letter. Yes, I'm doing better. It cut deep to know you right to the bone. Yes, I got your letter. Yes, I'm doing better. I know that it's over. I don't need your closure." Okay, so my first thoughts is that maybe it's a relationship that ended and it was more one-sided breakup rather than both of them agreeing on this, because it seems like one person is struggling to move on, but it also seems like the person that broke up with the other person has some sort of guilt surrounding the breakup or the relationship in general, because I feel like the only reason why someone would be sending a letter is because they feel guilty about how something went down. And then also, maybe I'm a little bit of a pessimist, but I feel like also sending a letter is more of like clearing your guilty conscience rather than trying to help that person, because I don't know circumstances obviously, but I feel like if you feel responsible in some sort of way, then that maybe seems like you could have done something in that moment or tried to do something a little bit more rather than just sending a one-off letter to that person if you really cared. So maybe this is more of like a self-serving apology, if that makes sense, but I don't know. We'll just have to keep listening.
Your closure. Don't treat me like some situation that needs to be handled. I'm fine with my spite and my tears and my beers and my candles. I can feel
Fine with my Bath and Body Works. You can go.
you smoothing me over. Yes, I got your letter, yes, I'm doing better. It cut deep to know you're right to the bone. Yes, I got your letter, yes, I'm doing better. I know that it's over, I don't need your closure. Your closure.
Great, so let's read that second verse. It says, "Don't treat me like some situation that needs to be handled. I'm fine with my spite and my tears and my beers and my candles. I can feel you smoothing me over." Based on that, I actually think I was right. This seems more of a self-serving apology. And maybe someone in their life is telling them that they need to reach out to the person that they broke up with, because clearly there is some issues going on with that. And when you say don't treat me like a situation that needs to be handled, it's like, don't come apologize like it's something on your checklist. Do it because you genuinely feel like it, because like an empty apology quite literally means nothing. And if not, sometimes it makes it worse. It's like you can't see the actual problem, that you would rather just throw something at the problem instead of like facing it directly. So I could feel like how that could come off worse than not doing anything at all. And then the part about the spite and the tears and the beers, I feel like that's just like a interesting way of saying like, I'm okay with sorrow. I'm okay with like sulking in it or something like that. I'll move on eventually, but I don't mind being the victim, I guess, in a way. Maybe the victim's the wrong word, but something along those lines is like, do what you want, I'll figure this out later. One thing that I can't get past a little bit is the production, because it's kind of confusing me on how I should feel about this. Like, the lyrics feel like it wants to be taken very seriously, and it's like an actual problem that they're addressing with a loved one. but then at the same time, the production just kind of makes it seem like it's almost upbeat, and it's like, am I rooting for this breakup, or or should I be like, oh, like I don't know how to feel about it though. But maybe this bridge will clear up some of that. So let's see.
Your closure, your closure. I know I'm just a wrinkle in your new life. Staying friends would iron it out so nice. Guilty, guilty,
Guilty?
reaching out across the sea that you put between you and me. But it's fake and it's oh so unnecessary. Yes, I got your letter. Yes, I'm doing better. It cut deep to know you're right to the bone. Yes, I got your letter. Yes, I'm doing better. I know that it's over. I don't need your closure, closure, your closure, your closure.
All right, so let's read that bridge real quick. It says, I know I'm just a wrinkle in your new life. Staying friends would iron it out so nice. Guilty, guilty, reaching out across the sea that you put between me and you. But it's so fake and unnecessary. I really like that lyric about the wrinkle and ironing out because you get that vivid picture of like physically doing that. But going back to that same point that I said about a self-serving apology, it's almost like the person that broke up with the other person likes to keep up with appearances. Maybe they don't want to seem like the bad guy, so they feel like if I do these things to fix whatever problems I caused, maybe people will start perceiving this as not my fault, or maybe I wasn't as bad as people claim that I am. In my imaginary scenario that I'm clearly making up right now, I think of like a friend group where the friends are friends with both sides of that relationship, and it's like the other friends saying that, bro, you need to fix this because you're kind of a jerk. And then this is them trying to fix those problems so those friends don't perceive them as a jerk or an asshole. That probably has no factual things behind that. That's just kind of the thought process that I get when I'm listening to this song. But that was the end of Closure. Tell me what you thought of the song. Tell me if there's any perspective that I'm missing on this one. Tell me if you understand the production. That's a question that I want to know. I am also totally willing to accept that I don't have an ear for music sometimes. Maybe this really matches the vibe of the song and I just didn't really understand it as much as others. So tell me what you thought about that part. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one for the finale of Evermore.